Hello Cancer, welcome to Essence Reflections Tarot. My name is Krista and this is your reading for the week of July 22nd to 29th, 2019. And it is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. And let's just see what the cards have for you this week. In the physical is the Hanged Man. In the emotional is the Ace of Swords. In the mental is the Fool. And in the spiritual is the Seven of Wands in reverse. So you have some major shifts happening for you in terms of the physical and the mental happening here. You have with the Hanged Man and the Fool, those are major arcana, so they speak about, you know, the big picture archetypal type shifts happening for us. And you do have what it's bringing about for you with this Ace of Swords in the emotional is a new way of moving through, thinking about, and communicating your emotions. It's like you have a new clarity and just a new sovereignty with your emotions. It's where you are very much more clear on what you feel and what it means for you to feel that, and how you can work with those feelings, and how you can allow others to see those feelings. It's not something where you feel you need to hide your emotions anymore, but you can move through them in a way that is really transparent. And this is the beginning of a new cycle for you. This is somewhere where you've had a big surrender, but now you are moving into something new. And that corresponds with the Fool here as well, which is also the beginning of a major shift and a major cycle in your thinking. And it is really something where you have done a lot of work, and where you've come to a place with your past experiences where you know what they are and you know how they affect you, but you're not focused on those. You are able to live in the present, and you know when it is that your past is reaching into your future and touching it, and you know what to do about it and how to react and how that happens for you. And you've really let go of a sense of defensiveness in terms of your spirituality. It's almost like you don't have to prove anything to anyone anymore. You can just allow yourself to be and to connect, because you really do have a very strong connection coming through right now. It's like you have very much embodied and rooted and grounded this connection that you have, and that is what is allowing you to kind of move forward and branch out into new places and things, and doing things in ways that you had not really imagined were possible before. This is a really, really strong reading, Cancer. It's really wonderful to see. It's like you really have a strong connection to what for you is divine, and it's like your connection is that you are divine, and you have a very strong connection to that and a very strong understanding of that right now. And it really has things a bit upside down from what they used to be for you, but in a way that really, truly, truly fits for you. It's like you found a balance point for yourself. It's like you're not swinging on a pendulum back and forth anymore, going from one extreme to another. It's like you've really settled in the middle and really found what it is that grounds you and keeps you on an even kilter. And this is an internal thing, and this is something that will hold you in good stead as you move into the next phase of your journey, because it's interesting because the Hanged Man is exactly in the middle of the major arcana. If you spread them all out in a line, the Hanged Man is the middle of that cycle. And the Fool really fits anywhere in the cycle. I mean, it can tend to be at the beginning and come before the Magician, which is 1, but it can also fit in between any step in the tarot. And it's like You are at a space of, now that you have this stability and this calmness and this clarity, you are now ready to move to the next step in the cycle. And let's just go ahead and find that card here and maybe give you a bit of an idea of where you're going next. And remember that this is a cycle of transformation, and it's a process, and as it continues, each step is necessary. And the next step here is the Death card, and this is the card of transformation and of things from your past. It's like these are characters from the early cards in the tarot. This is, you know, the 4, 5, and 6. And it's like this process of transformation and growth is doing away with them and putting to death those things that we thought and were taught early on in our lives, that this was how things were and this is how things should be. And this transformation through the Death card really talks about and shows us that we come to a place in our journey where we need to decide for ourselves and to know for ourselves what's true, and to know for ourselves how things are defined and how we want our strength to come out and what we want our truths to be and what really our truth is. And this is one step in finding our truth for ourselves. So you are moving forward from this place of your inner equanimity to a place of perhaps having your foundation shaken and perhaps having to surrender things from your past, that in ways of thinking and ways of doing things that no longer serve you and are only there because that's what you were told was right, but not because it fits for you personally. So that can be a space that is brings about a certain amount of uncertainty for us and a certain amount of questioning and curiosity and really getting in touch with what's true for us. And for you, having come to this place with this Ace of Swords and this new sovereignty and this new information that you have about yourself and this new connection that you have about yourself, you are in a really great space to step off into this new unknown world of transformation. So hopefully that's something that brings you some comfort, and hopefully I'm not trying to scare anybody here, but this is really a beautiful transformation that does happen, and it's kind of that, you know, phoenix cycle where, you know, in order to rise from the ashes, there has to be that going down in flames first. All of that being said, this is a connection that you don't lose, and this is a connection that you can keep throughout the rest of your journey. And I wish you all the best this week, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye-bye.